want to take you back 25, 30 years when in the late 70s, early 80s, there were 8, 10, 12 people in an office. And they had a broker or a manager that showed up every single day.
We all went into the office, we all went to office meetings, we all toured our new listings.
And that broker or manager was able to one-on-one talk with the agent, ask them what they're doing, ask them about their clients, sit down with their clients in the conference room and go over what the strategies and goals are.
When I started out as a real estate salesperson, my broker was with me every single day for the first 6 weeks. As I spoke with clients, as I met with escrow officers and title people, he was with me. After 6 weeks, he was with me at least once a week or whenever I needed him.
And in those days, there was a lot of accountability, a lot of direct supervision by the brokers in the office or the owner of the office.
So you had offices of 10 or 15 people, but it turned into being 15 or 20 office chains in effect. So you had lots of offices, one owner, and the good news is one master plan, one game plan on how to approach client service, marketing, and how to deliver good customer-focused attention. The companies in those days really competed head-on against each other on the basis of client service. So you saw things start to happen in those days like the first agent sales training programs, the first management training programs. You saw extended, very professional educational systems. And then you saw advanced marketing concepts, different types of advertising. And all of it was really generated around the idea of how can I beat the other company with better service to a client. Those large regional companies ended up earning a very significant advantage over the small one owner, one office, 10-man real estate companies out there. But the executives from these large regional companies, some of them decided that the advantages that the big companies had could maybe be packaged and taken to these small companies. And in doing so, you got the birth of what is known as the real estate franchise business.
All of a sudden, franchises got into the business. The franchise companies said, we can have all these independent owners look like they're a big giant company.
So the idea of a franchise in real estate was basically to mimic a large regional company, basically to fool the public. What you had then, unlike the regional companies, is you had all these individual offices who now, for the first time, carried the same name. However, each were owned by different people.
These companies, these individual offices, even though they look to the public like the same, are actually competing against each other.
And in doing so, started a war for recruiting and hiring salespeople from their other companies or from the companies that they competed against.
In any event, it's what we call the most significant change in the real estate industry in the last 40 years. It basically was the shift from a client-centric business focused on the client to an agent-centric business.
Instead of the clients being the buyers and sellers, the clients all of a sudden became these agents. How many agents can I hire? How many of them can I stack on each desk that I have?
Their model turned into how many agents can we recruit, not how can we better service the client.
Providing exceptional customer service was replaced with how many agents could you recruit.
I really felt as if I was the customer of the corporate identity because I was being constantly marketed all of their services.
My job was to recruit agents. We were supposed to get net 10 a month, which means if I lost 3, that means I had to get 13 to net 10.
They may have 100, 200, 250, 300 agents in one office, and they have one responsible broker and maybe a manager of that office. There's no way that one manager can handle hundreds of agents in an office.
In those days, I was the broker of record for multiple offices with over 400 agents. I had multiple managers trying to keep up with all of those agents, and it became an impossible situation for me to manage.
Way out of the ability to manage and control the quality of service that goes on at a street level with a client.
We would hold training classes throughout the week, and agents wouldn't show up. They had other jobs, other commitments. Their commitment wasn't to real estate.
So it's very difficult to train people who aren't committed to the business.
I treasured when we were a company of 185 professional agents. And then the game changed. It was all about how many agents could we recruit and no longer about customer service.
Having 300 people in my company didn't make me a better broker. It didn't help me to serve my clients any better.
Nowadays, we find that only about 20% of the agents in these large offices are truly committed to providing excellent service to their clients and bettering their own education in this field. And unfortunately, that has become a standard in the industry.
It's why Broker in Trust is. It's all about the client. It's all about the consumer. That's why we exist, because each one of our Broker in Trust network members want to service the client directly. It's the broker directly to the client to provide services. They're not making money off of agents like other companies.
They've made a commitment to not hire real estate salespeople. The significance of that is that rather than focus on how to leverage agents to make money, instead, they've made a commitment to focus only on their clients. So all their energy, all their creativity is spent on making better client services and enhancing their skill set and their ability to be a great resource to people who want to buy and sell real estate.